Hi, this is John from Bearable Traders, and I want to discuss my best and worst trade for 16 June 2021. As always, if you could like this video, subscribe to our channel, or hit the alert bell, we really appreciate that. My worst trade today was on Facebook. This was a high day break trade where the high day was 337.20. The volume at entry was 2.2 million shares, and the RVOL was about 70%. Kind of an unremarkable high day level, maybe even problematic in that it's 20 cents above the dollar level. And I really prefer that it is at a dollar level or just below it. And this one is like a bit too high above it. It kind of makes it hard to trade on. If it was up closer to a half dollar, that actually would be better. But it's stuck in like this kind of no man's land in between. I like that Facebook was safely above the previous day's close. That's this black dotted line here. And you can see it hit previous resistance here. In fact, look at this fantastic volume as it came up to the previous day's close before. On any other high day break trade, this is a great sign, but look what happens when it hits the previous close. It's always a hard, well, not always, but it's often a hard place for price to get through, and that's what happened in this case. So I felt safer that we were starting to actually break away from that level up toward the actual high day here. The SPY was mostly just chop, not really helping me here, but what's nice is Facebook ran up to the high day without assistance from the SPY, so it shows some independent action. The 1 minute volume was ticking up a little bit as I got in, but the problem is right here. You can see my entry bar is the tall one, and the next candle is actually lower than that bar, and that's never a good sign. It means the buyers are not picking up in their volume. Took an entry at 337.25, and the trade never really went anywhere. In fact, it kind of set up what I call the dying 1 minute chart. That's when the next three candles have lower lows and lower highs. Technically, this one's not a lower high, but it looks the same very much anyway. And I was afraid it was actually going to make a dive back down to this previous close down here, and I got out with a smaller loss, not a full 1 hour loss at 336.96. My best trade was on Zoom. This was a high day break trade where the high day was 363.55. Not really remarkable either. Volume at entry very low, 200,000 shares, and the RVOL was 60%. Due to this level of volume, I probably should have left this one alone, but a couple things caught my eye. I did like the strong open on Zoom versus the SPY. So you can see the SPY here opened with white bar and then sold off a bit. Zoom actually had a really nice strong open up to R4, the Camarilla pivot point right here, and then sold off a bit. And what really caught my eye was this strong pop, this $2 pop right to the high day, right through R4. And I thought that might actually carry despite the low volume. Also like the possibility of breaking out above yesterday's high of 364.50. That's up here, so it's a bit of a distance away still. But if we can get up above that, previous day's highs are great places to break out from. Sometimes price never looks back from those, and the stock has a better day than the day prior. The 1 minute volume is building a bit here. You know, it's stepping up just a bit as I got in. Probably not enough volume to justify this big $2 bar, but well, got in anyway. The SPY was mostly just chop, close to yesterday's close. You can see the SPY sold off, came back up, chopping around. Again, here's yesterday's close, the black dotted line. Entry at 363.52, just below the high day. And it stalled a little bit, but R4 held and the price got moving. And I took my first partial at 365.55. Wanted 366, but I let my P&L get in my head a little bit, and I took some off on a $2 move. And then I really thought this would keep running. You know, we're above yesterday's high. We had this strong open here. Despite the low volume, there's not a huge amount of interest in Zoom. I did think this price would keep going, and it did not. And I got out at 363.76. So that's the best and worst for today. Thanks for watching. If you want, drop a comment below, and we can talk about these trades. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.